And away we go. Good gauntlet. Good fun. Not the most intriguing of treasures, but sometimes that's okay. They don't all have to be bangers. I mean, even just putting on that ring, good resistances across the board, a bit of additional dexterity. Love to see it. And otherwise, let's, I'm being petrified. Was I not paying attention? Did I stand in a cloud for a full turn there at some point? Well, almost guaranteed to hit these sons of guns. So let's try. Jeez Louise, can we chill, man? Hopefully this is the right Rakasha. Sasha, however we say your name, my friend. Here we go. Holy moly, that ended up being way more work than I originally expected. Yikes. I guess situationally, we can still find ourselves in little spots of trouble here or there, but overall, I'm hoping that we're in a pretty good position to just rampage our way through the dungeon, one floor at a time. Hello there. Bees? Orcs? Orcs it is. I should actually almost just run away and let these kids chase me. Shouldn't run into the unknown, but I just wanted a nice corridor kill like that. Beautiful stuff. Now that is what I'm talking about. Two-headed ogre, no real issues. Probably should have played it a little more cautiously with the two-headed ogre. Specifically, I'm thinking along the lines of Curari Dart to slow them, make sure that we have a bit of an out, but hey, it is what it is. Everything just works out if you believe. So let's now change gears. On the skill side, we'll train a bit of Evo, especially since we got that early Phantom Mirror. It'd be nice to kind of capitalize on that. Maybe we'll find a few more rechargeable evocables. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, looks like laptop has finally sorted out all of the shenanigans. I'm just going to boot that up in the background here. But do I want to train anything else? I'll train a bit more armor. Maybe some more fighting as well. Can spread ourselves a little thin because there's nothing that we're kind of in desperate need of in the here and now. And so those will all kind of make their way up in the background while we hopefully continue to fly through all of our troubles and worries here. Hello, my friends. Okay, I was about to say, I'm not as confident. Closed doors, always a little bit sketchy, but nothing we can't handle, even though it's our entrance to vaults. Beautiful. And I guess that's that for, where are we now? D13. So at least one more floor, potentially two. I'm not going to stand in the middle of an entire pack of centaurs. Again, it's nice to know that my hubris isn't completely out of control. I still have that small grain of humility, enough to recognize that that was what we in the business call a non-tenable situation. So get the heck out of dodge, face them in a bit more of a controlled approach like that, and beautiful. Okay, one hit from that big ol' slime would have immediately had me regretting all of life's choice, but that's fine. What gear do we even need? A hand cannon? Honestly, I don't even know if I'd take a hand cannon on this character. Definitely a bit more enticing on a non-Formicid, but because we can hold a triple crossbow and a tower shield, and we got our triple crossbow already, I'm not too concerned, really. So I guess in a dream scenario, I want better armor. Something still lightweight that has some actual egos on it would be nice. I guess this does have regen, so is what it is. Not horrible. What else, though? I mean, that's basically it. Again, this triple crossbow that we got from an acquirement scroll is kind of our pie in the sky option for the future. In fact, I might just rebrand this now. Flaming versus ice, it's on a similar level, especially in the later sections of the game. A lot of enemies are vulnerable to both. I'm trying to think of what brands are even available on a ranged weapon that can come from the scroll. I'm not even sure if you can get penetration except on artifacts, whether they're rand arts or unrand arts. I mean, maybe it's something like Vampiricism, where it's, what, like a 1 or sub 1% chance of even happening, but can. Because I don't know what I'd really prefer from this. I mean, I could just flip-flop between the two. Oh, heavy. I don't know if I like that. 2.0 attack delay, 97 damage. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I guess while enemies are making their approach, I'll hold it, and then I'll just swap into the other Arbalist the moment anything problematic comes our way. I guess, what's min delay? 1.5? 1.5 isn't horrible, not the end of the world. Of course, getting up to 26 training is a little bit tougher of a pill to swallow. Yikes. But here's where we do not, under any circumstances, keep using that crossbow. The amount of damage we can take over the course of 2 entire, like, turns of attacks from our enemies, probably a bit higher than I feel comfortable taking on in any real capacity. But oh my gosh, one-shotting everything, something to be said for that. Amulet of Reflection is beautiful. I'll definitely throw that bad boy on. True, XP potions would be lovely. I mean, not exactly something we can generally rely on showing up, but would definitely jumpstart us a bit. I don't know, maybe I probably should just have it on the entire time. In fact, let's maybe keep it on in the background and we'll just micromanage the focusing of skills to kind of make it work. I also should probably just use enchant weapons on this, increasing the odds to hit so that that one shot that we get off every fight is a bit more guaranteed to be a one shot, one kill kind of situation. Dragon friend, there you are. Aha. Oh, because I don't have the fire resistance of my Arbalist. That would do it. Okay. Let's chill out a bit there, Torinski. Okay? If you could be so kind as to be chill. My own brain. And perfect. Okay. Good. Another little bit of a wake-up call there. Don't mind that. Let's change you to A, and then we're hot swapping between these bad boys. That seems fine by me. Again, as long as I can kind of murder things from afar, the triple crossbow will continue to be a pseudo-viable option, even with that heavy brand, making it a bit of a ridiculous weapon to be using. Okay, don't keep spamming once enemies get next to you, though. That is not very good. But okay, that's regular dungeon cleared. Again, feeling pretty fantastic. Things are working out here. So it's probably going to be back to work, I guess. Could start dipping into our S branches. This will be, as I mentioned at the top, a slightly shorter stream than the last couple have been. So I'd like to potentially finish Orc, maybe get 1, if not 2 S branch runes, depending on how complicated the game decides to be once we get to that stage. So let's try it out. I don't think... Oh my gosh, The ice caves are still open for business? What the heck? I came here so long ago, man. Oh. Hello there. Well. Let's use that penetrative shot. Way God intended here, and just annihilate these sons of guns. Okay. I do want to turn a corner just so that some of these beauties aren't constantly summoning enemies on their approach. The High Priest could take a single bolt to the face. There we go. Beautiful. And in fact, we're getting a little low. So let's start to back up. Back it up, back it up. Something my mother taught me good. I don't know, it's been a decade since I even thought about that. But okie dokie, we want to take care of you first. If at all possible. And just single shots should be enough to appreciably dent the, you know, the whole staying alive aspect of it. Any single one of these sons of guns. That is beautiful. And how much could there be left to do in here? I imagine we've killed most of you. I'll mark the fog scrolls. I don't think we really need more ID. Doesn't seem like something we should spend money on. I can't believe how much of this shop is just useless to us as well. It's a shame. Spells aren't going to be for me this game. Potions, on the other hand. Now that I can get behind. In fact, even though we have one shop left, and I should wait until we see what's there before splurging, I'm going to do so. And didn't end up missing too much. At the very least, we can still afford it. So I'll buy the resistance potion just in case we need that. As the day gets long here. Okay, ice caves did close up. Oh, it wasn't scary ice caves. I was worried that it would be. Bit of a shame that we didn't manage to get there in time, but I don't think there was really any chance of that happening. So, not the end of the world. Let's check out these other stairwells as well here. All right, let's take you downstairs, my friends. Get rid of the summoner, and then what else was waiting for us? I mean, it's not great, so maybe we check out here as well. There's some temptation to just lodge myself into one of the walls, dig in, get a murdering. Well, why don't we do just that? Beautiful. There's definitely something to it. We basically are able to work out or work off the drain effect as well. Not quite getting there, but we don't have a great option for immediately retreating into a wall here. But there is an option, and so gotta take it. Oh man, okay. If it works, it works. Again, running a bit of a deficit here, but if things get terribly scary in the drain department, we do have purification, so not the end of the world. And with that, we're ready to head into one of our S branches. I think shoals will be a bit more our speed. We have reflection, not the best shielding score on Earth, but still have reflection, which is good. Hence, more pertinently, slightly terrified on the spider side of things. Just because playing on a character that doesn't exactly have any AoE options can pretty drastically impact our ability to thrive. Over that a ways. Okie dokie, let's try to... Oh, right. Oh, you dodge missiles. That's why you're being a problem. Well, what can I do with you then? Blow your mind? Blow your mind, it is. Beautiful. Okay, I gotta keep that in mind. We are not well suited for windrakes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Also, what the heck was going on there? A full compendium of Ring of Protection. Slightly tempting. Of Cyclops there, though. Didn't realize we were doing a specialty showing. A convention of sorts. For these sons of guns. Trading their best, I guess, dream sheep rearing tips. Is that all? Is that what's hot in the Cyclops world? Couldn't tell you. But this is about going how I expected overall. You know, we are able to hold our own against the majority of single enemies. Windrakes are going to be a bit of an annoyance and a headache, but nothing we can't handle at the end of the day, or at least so it would seem. So it would seem. I guess I could take off this ice ring. I like having electricity resistance on. But that's why we lost our fire resistance completely when we swapped over arbalists earlier, which, that side of it, no bueno. But, okay, I was hoping we'd get the immediate one-shot kill on our Aquamancer pal, but that is fine by me. I guess we'll instead just pierce through all of you. And it's hard to argue with those kinds of results. And still hitting both of you, so that's the kind of efficient use of our time management that I can get behind. Beautiful. Oof, random mark trap while I'm in the middle of the open sea. I'm gonna have to risk running to the stairs. Perfect. And let's just never do so there again, shall we? Oh, all of our stairs are here, so it seems like we're going to be in a little bit of a... Did not mean to immediately just walk down those same stairs. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Do I have any shot lineup that gets all of you? Nay? That's fine. We'll just murder you two. And that is wonderful. Okay, let's actually do things properly the second time around. I need to kill the dream sheep, because I think they will continue to provoke my ire as we go on here. That's probably my most efficient shot. Having to really judge how many enemies and which enemies are hit by any of these. Oh, it's so many enemies, though. Yikes, yikes, yikes. And unfortunately, there's just not a whole lot for us to throw at this problem. We can keep just switching back between stairs. It just sucks that they're so close to one another. This was the worst floor to get a random mark trap hitting us. Because it's not like we can really avoid dealing with all these sons of guns in any meaningful capacity. But what we can do is just swap between stairs for the rest of my life. Polyphemus is here as well. I could try the random trapdoor. It's kind of crazy, but it just might work. Yeah, unfortunately, this block of walls is too small for me to fully leverage. Can't exactly dig our way to victory. Which, actually, now that I've said it, that's going to be probably our main method of dealing with spiders. Dig ourselves a hole. Don't need as much AoE when penetration does the trick. Well, do I keep smashing my head into this brick wall? I'm really worried about Water Nymph. because they will prevent us from going upstairs. Okay, if I can take Aquamancer up though, that's huge. Beautiful. And then let's do some dipping, dodging, diving, and dodging, shall we? As long as I'm hitting 3 targets, that's probably acceptable. Yeah, I can maybe take 2 of you upstairs. Perfect. That's, of course, our only other real hope here is that we keep taking just enough of these buddies upstairs for us to be able to handle them on their own. Oh, I guess potentially Polyphemus would have been a good target for us to duplicate with Phantom Mirror, but let's aim on getting these Dream Sheep the heck out of dodge first and foremost, since they are a problem. And speaking of problems, I'm held and in net. Oh, this Catoplebis is rough. Let's copy you. You can start calcifying everyone. Then maybe we're in business. And I'm starting to slow down, of course. Oof. I don't even think I can make it upstairs. Oh, this is really bad. That net came at the worst possible moment for us. In fact, oh, our stairs are gone. Because of the water nymph. Oh no. In that case, maybe the last act we do here is a fear scroll. Just try to get some of these sons of guns to back off. Can't read scrolls while unable to breathe. Of course, we all know this. And I'm petrified. Well, I'm not petrified yet. Fear. Hopefully it hits enough of them. It does not hit the Catoplebis. I am petrified. Oh, the water elementals. I don't think they're invulnerable to fear. But I could be wrong. Am I dead? I'm probably dead here. Elyvilon protects me from harm. Hell yeah, brother. Oh man, that was rough. I did not expect the net Catoplebis combo. I guess I should have, because Polyphemus was here, so Catoplebis were given. So as soon as we got netted, I mean, I don't know if there was a lot we could have done besides a much more preemptive fear scroll and start spamming them. Probably try to get the vigor effect from Ellie as well. Oh man, that one's tough. All the stairs being together potentially, so let's, because I don't know if I really have time to get into another run here, let's maybe try to avoid such eventualities in the future. So when we saw all 3 stairwells together like this, probably could have left, come back later when we're a little bit tougher, and dealt with, you know, Spider instead of trying to push my way through. Of course, you can't always expect the cascade of negative effects, I guess, for lack of a better phrasing. But that one does hurt. This was a really solid character. Got extremely lucky. Beautiful resistances right off the bat. But hey, sometimes I guess that overconfidence can be a real killer, as we are all too aware of. But even despite that, still a lot of fun. It was nice to get back to a Formicid Hunter. It had been quite a while since I played this kind of character, so that was a good amount of fun. I feel like the last time I played Ellie and this time playing Ellie, both occurrences, I've been pleasantly surprised at Ellie's functionality. I mean, sure, it doesn't have anything hugely game-changing, no, like, immediate get-out-of-jail-free card. Get-out-of-jail-free card. I should have dug. I could have shafted myself. Son of a gun. I mean, not necessarily a get-out-of-jail-free card, more like get out of jail potentially free, but likely just putting yourself in a worse jail that is gonna do much more terrible things to you even quicker than your previous jail. But that's a risk that I would have been willing to take there, I think. Yikes. But it is what it is, and I think, yeah, next time we try out a hunter character, don't know if it will be the next time we play, but in general, hopefully we find Fedhass earlier. I do want to get Fedhass checked off, and I generally have a lot of fun with them on ranged characters. But of course, who knows what we'll get into next week. I feel like I could end up being swayed over to the Che side as well. It's been a long while since I had a good Che Briados run, and you know, we were talking earlier about like hybrid style characters. Before Mountain Dwarf, Che Briados kind of got that done. If you were a caster of Che, you could put on pretty heavy armor because you had the strength stat of, you know, 20 plus to support that. So Mountain Dwarf of Che Briados doesn't fit my usual bill of slow species only for Che, but I do kind of like the sound of that. We'll see. I'll have to decide if it's been long enough since our previous Mountain Dwarf, if I feel like, you know, continuing to fool around with some of our old favorites, or I'll jump back in with a Mountain Dwarf of Sif, Che, or Ured. All three of those sound really interesting and fun to me for Mountain Dwarfs. I mean, Ured and Sif we even saw previously. Definitely were pretty satisfying to fool around with, so I do like that. But I think that will, unfortunately, be the end for us this evening. Have some things need to get done before the week starts. Get ready to launch some apps to production, all that good fun stuff. So yeah, I guess that'll be it. Regardless, of course, as always, appreciate you all very much. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Hopefully you're not too upset by how quickly things went downhill there. But I imagine if you were, you probably haven't been sticking with my content, because rage-inducing would be a light way of describing the end result of that combination. Or you're just masochistic, in which case keep coming back and I'll keep doing stupid stuff and making you crawl your own eyes and brain out of frustration. No problem whatsoever. You know, I wouldn't call myself a hero, but you know. But okie dokie. With that, let us see if my laptop, oh gosh, is just freaking out all over the place. Way too many startup programs. Gotta fix that at some point. But a moment, and we will look to see if there's anyone we can send a raid off to this lovely evening. Oh gosh, it's gonna struggle. This is probably the time that I should just pivot to do it on my computer. But I don't know, I don't like fooling around too much in a lot of different tabs while on stream. That's how you get, I mean, nothing horrendous. I truly believe that I don't have anything to hide. There's nothing I'm that embarrassed about or that is bad that I do online. But there's still something about it. Some kind of breach of privacy. It's like how a while back now, I forgot to change the camera scene over properly at the end of stream. And I didn't do anything embarrassing. I didn't like take my clothes off as soon as stream ended. But even just peeling back the curtain a little bit, seeing my non-stream face instead of just like a brutally crestfallen, depressing view at my my mental state and all that good stuff. Not exactly optimal, to say the least. But okay, it looks like laptop starting to figure stuff out here. So let's pull up Wish. And let's see who is live at the moment. Looks like we have a Brinth around, so I'll probably be sending off a raid that a ways. Again, most people who watch the channel probably know Brinth. But if you haven't stuck around for the raids before, highly recommend you do. Always a really good time over there, a lot of fun. Pretty much no matter what game they're playing. I appreciate the stream. So stick around, say hello, and with that, let's get this raid queued up. See if I can't fumble my way through. Bit of an outro here. Any second now. Just a moment. Perfect. We'll get that queued up. And yeah, I guess that'll be it for us here. As always, let me know if there are any types of runs that you want to see, especially if any of my random theory crafting of ideas kind of jump-started your own engines into any interesting combinations or approaches to the game, then let me know, and I'm always happy to fool around and try out new things. Otherwise, we'll be back, probably be back next week. I should always say the probably there, because I have a bad track record of realizing the Saturday before, they're like, oh, tomorrow's not going to work. I have no social media presence, so sorry folks. I guess no one will ever know, but should be on. And yeah, looking forward to whatever we end up doing on that side of things. Of course, regardless of my inconsistent stream schedule and inability to plan ahead in terms of dates and times, I do hope that you're having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you out there. I definitely hope to see you maybe next week when we jump back into it. Maybe with Mountain Dwarf, maybe with another one of our old favorites. Who's to say? Just remember, folks, we never, even despite 3 gathered upstairs, petrifying nets, and all this horrible stuff, we still never for a moment didn't have it. Never for a moment didn't have it. Is that the right number of negatives? Who's to say? I'll see you soon.